Wagwan everyone, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video here on Tariq Talks, another preview. Guys, it feels like I haven't seen you for ages. It feels like I haven't made a video in a while, even though it's been Tuesday, but ever since I've started this channel, I've been hot on this and I've been trying to push as much content out there. And, you know, I'm trying this week I felt a little bit tired, if I'm going to be quite honest. I've been a little bit probably feel like I'm catching a cold or something like that. There's a bit cold running across the family at the moment. Look, I'm here and I'm well and I'm alive. And that's the most important thing to hear. Bring you a video here. It is a Manchester City versus Arsenal preview, as you've seen from the thumbnail and the title. Thank you very much for joining. And you know what? I'm going to get right into this one. And you know what we're going to bring first? We're going to bring first the match facts. So I have collated this from the BBC. Manchester City versus Arsenal. There have been 48 games played of this in the Premier League. Manchester City winning 15. Arsenal, you know, the boys in red and white. As most times since the Premier League started against most clubs, we have won more. But in recent years, as you can imagine, ever since Manchester City's takeover, I think they probably would have won more of the ties. So yeah, let's move on to goals. Arsenal scored 70, Manchester City 57. Clean sheets, Arsenal have 17 and Manchester City have 14. So yeah, that's more in recent years again. Manchester City picking up more clean sheets as well as wins and, yeah, surely goals. So let's read this one here. Manchester City are unbeaten in their last 11 league games against Arsenal. 9 wins and 2 draws. Since a 2-1 defeat at the Emirates Stadium in December 2015, they've taken 28 of a possible 30 points against the Gunners under Pep Guardiola. Wow. I remember the last time that Arsenal beat Manchester City in the Premier League, and that was, yes, in December 2015. Theo Walcott scoring. Yaya Toure scored a screamer in that game, if I can remember correctly. So, yeah, it just felt like a long time ago. I was still in school. I was in year 11. So, yes, and, yeah, I'm not in school anymore, as you can imagine. Arsenal have lost each of their last 8 Premier League meetings, with Manchester City their joint longest run of consecutive defeats against a specific opponent in their league history. Also, 8 versus Leeds between 1973 and 1976. So yeah, bogey team of late, especially under Pep Guardiola, as you can see, taking a possible 28 out of 30. And the final fact is Manchester City have kept a clean sheet in 6 of their last 7 league meetings with Arsenal, including the last 4 in a row since a 3-1 home win in February 2019. So with those match facts, it's not looking quite bright for Arsenal. Let me just get into the comments here before I carry on. Yes, bro, need to hear your opinion on Ronaldo. Don't worry, Jake. I've got Extreme coming up at 7 o'clock where I'm going to be talking about Ronaldo, how he's going to fit in Man United, what's going to happen. Is it going to work? Will Ollie be able to manage a player like Ronaldo? With the players, does the team suit him? You'll see everything that I'll go into on that one later. But right now, here we are talking about Arsenal versus Manchester City, which seems irrelevant when a big player like that is about to move. So the next part of this is the team news. So let me share that with you as well and bring this into the stream. Also on the BBC, Kevin De Bruyne remains unavailable for Manchester City because of a right ankle problem. Oh, an ankle problem, not necessarily his right one, which has also ruled him out of international duty with Belgium. As an Arsenal fan hearing this, I am delighted. This gives us more of an opportunity. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to win this game still, but without Kevin De Bruyne, who is a main goal threat for Manchester City, being as they don't really have a striker anymore, or Jesus isn't really playing up there, he's playing on the wings. And yes, they haven't signed a striker. Where they were linked to Harry Kane, I said he was definitely going. Some of you may remember that. Let's move on from that quickly. But also, they were linked with Ronaldo just yesterday. And look how that's turned. Look what has happened there. Manchester City were in talks with Ronaldo, in talks with Juventus. Then they said, you know what, let's leave it. We don't want to sign him for whatever reason. Manchester City don't really go recklessly spending in transfer windows, even though everybody says they're there ruining football, Manchester City's money. They're not really known as reckless spenders. They spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, where to me, that's moving quite reckless. But we'll have to wait and see. Time will tell with that one, where they don't really spend that much relatively to how rich they are and how they used to spend when they first came into the scene. I think they only really go to like 60 million with the likes of Ruben Dias, who's over 50. Kevin De Bruyne was 60 million. Mahrez 60. Bernardo Silva was 40. I really think around the 40 range. I'm not going to go too far into that because I'm not well versed in Manchester City's transfers. But yes, Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka is fit despite hurting his knee in Wednesday's Carabao Cup victory over West Brom, which I was at. And it was nice to see some of you. I saw you, Jake. Okay, I went there with Shearer, who hopefully he's watching as well. Hopefully he will watch him. But yes, it was nice to see some of you people. And yes, that was a good win. I know it was against West Brom's reserves, but Bukayo Saka was down on the ground. I was a bit scared. I was hoping that it was only a knock, because we know Bukayo Saka, if you're an Arsenal fan, you have seen him pick up these type of knocks before and he'll miss the odd game. And I really hope that he does get over that as he grows older and gets more mature in his body and he gets stronger and fitter. But yeah, he does seem to be okay, as well as Kieran Tierney as well, which isn't mentioned here. Oh, yes, it is mentioned there, sorry. But Hector Bellerin has recovered from a thigh problem, while Ben White, who has missed 2 games following a positive coronavirus test, will be monitored. So yes, we will wait and see whether Ben White will be involved in the squad. I think it hasn't been 10 days, surely. Maybe it has been. Arsenal know. Well, since when he tested positive. So I'm not sure what the protocols are for that. But Alex Runnison and Willian are available following COVID-19 laughs. I don't imagine you'll see these two playing or being involved in the squad. Probably won't even see them on the bench on the weekend. But Kieran Tierney as well, he is fit. Gabriel won't be involved, having made his comeback, playing for the under-23s today. Played 45 minutes for you Arsenal fans who are interested. So that is the team news. So no Phil Foden for Manchester City either. Other than that, it is they've got everyone else available apart from Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden, who are key players in Manchester City's going forward, but it's not really that much of a problem with the squad that they do have. So yes, Arsenal won't have Partey or Nketiah or Gabriel either. But we are starting to get players back, Arsenal, so it is looking a bit rosier in terms of the injury table. Aubameyang returned and played a good part of the game. He started the game, scored a hat-trick, of course. Lacazette came off the bench and he scored as well, so it was good to get minutes for him, as he was suffering with COVID and he was actually having some symptoms as well, which also didn't allow him to be in the squad for the Chelsea game on Sunday. So yes, it's nice to have those players back and get some minutes in the tank, get some confidence already with both of them scoring. Aubameyang, more importantly, as we're going to be relying on his goals a lot throughout the season. So that is the team news there. I'm going to go into my Arsenal starting lineup now, and give me 1 second. I've just got to sort this out here quickly. But I have actually sorted out my Arsenal lineup, and it's going to be interesting for you to see. It might be a bit of a surprise for those who aren't Arsenal fans, but I'm about to share it with you now. I'm going to put it on the full screen so that you can see. Let's get this banner off. So for me, in goal, I have gone for Ramsdale. On Wednesday, I think he did perform quite well. One of the shining lights of his performance was his kicking for me. When I watch Bernd Leno, I'm not impressed with his distribution with the ball. He doesn't decide when to go long or play short. He doesn't really make those decisions much. Whereas when he's playing, he always seems to play it short, even in the most dangerous moments in the game. And he doesn't seem to play with a brain for himself. I know that can be seen as quite disrespectful, but that is just what I noticed with Leno. He doesn't sense danger the same way that I saw Ramsdale did. He made some pretty good saves as well. Also with Ramsdale, I think he's on par with Leno in terms of shot stopping ability. Let's be honest, we've seen Ramsdale make mistakes for Bournemouth and Sheffield United, but we've also seen Arsenal fans, Bernd Leno, make mistakes for Arsenal. Yes, he's a brilliant shot stopper, but so is Ramsdale. Ramsdale's shot stopping ability has never been in question. It's more to do with inconsistencies where he will make an error and but that's from a young goalkeeper in my point of view. Being as Arsenal have a very young squad, we may as well blood these players in, I believe. And I think Ramsdale will be Arsenal's future number one. So why not get him playing in this game against Manchester City? Distribution is going to be key. It's going to be essential for how we play when we do have the ball around there. Manchester City will press us very high with their strikers, with the front three, whoever they play. He's usually not a striker, but they may decide to play Jesus as a forward in this game. But whoever they do, they will press us high. And then as you also can see, I've gone for a 3 at the back with Holding, Pablo Mari and Chambers. I've seen some other people and some other Arsenal fans go with a 3 at the back as well, but they've taken the likes of Chambers out, stuck Kieran Tierney at the left centre-back position, which he has previously played under Mikel Arteta, where we have been relatively successful when we won the FA Cup. And they've gone with Tavares at left back or left wing back. For me, Tavares doesn't look ready enough to play for the Premier League, and especially in this stature of a game. He is raw. He does have ability. He's very good going forward, but going backwards and defensively the other way, which is what he'll have to be doing a lot in this game. I don't think he's ready for this at all. He's quite sloppy with his passes as well. I noticed that on Wednesday. He's good. He's a threat going forward. He can use his right foot as well. He can come inside. He's quite quick. He's got a good burst of acceleration, and he does whip a good ball into the box. Tavares, but for me, he's not ready to go in the other way, whereas Manchester City will dominate the ball in this game. We've got to be truthful and honest with ourselves. Even if we do play with a 4 at the back, whatever happens, Manchester City will dominate and will cause and will be the team causing problems 9 times out of 10, whereas we're going to have to look to play on the counter-attack. So that is why I've gone with Kieran Tierney at left wing-back, Holding, Mari and Chambers. I do think that they will provide good defensive stability. Mari, I don't really want him running in the channels with his lack of athleticism, but he will bring a good leadership presence there. He will command, he will talk, he will organise as well. I think he's very good at reading the play. That's one of his strengths as a footballer. And in that central area, as Manchester City will attack the wide areas, that's where we see Manchester City at their most dangerous. So, yes, I do think that Mari is good at sensing that. He'll sense the cutbacks quite well. He'll aerially deal with any problems from set pieces, hopefully. And Callum Chambers on the right, as of these two centre-backs, Rob Holding and Callum Chambers, are going to be key and essential because they will be getting pulled out into these wide areas quite a bit, defending the half spaces, making sure that the on-rushing midfielders that try to run in the half spaces, with the likes of Gundogan on that right side and Jack Grealish on this left, and well, Arsenal's right and Manchester City's left, Chambers will have to be aware of the runs, and so will Holding. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I do think he's a better wing-back than he is a full-back in a back 4, and he really did excel in that left wing-back position 2 seasons ago when Arsenal won the FA Cup. I do think that he will be able to play. I think he's Arsenal's best right wing-back in terms of athleticism on the ball, and he does provide a threat going forward with his pace and acceleration. So it will be interesting to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And then I also believe that in possession, he'll be able to tuck inside, tuck into the middle area if Arsenal need to provide support. Maybe you'll see Chambers creating the overlap as Ainsley Maitland-Niles tucks inside, which is kind of what we saw when Tierney was playing at left wing back and Ainsley Maitland-Niles was playing at the left wing back position. So maybe we'll see that, and hopefully Ainsley Maitland-Niles' 1v1 defending ability will help Arsenal as well. I do think that he is very good 1v1 defensively. Let's bring myself back here. That is Ainsley's strength to his game, the way that he can defend defensively. He's got the athleticism to cope with 1v1, as he'll probably be coming up against the likes of Sterling, Grealish, who else? Jesus could switch out there as well. So I do think it is important to have someone with the legs. And our fullbacks definitely do provide that. In the central midfield, I think it picks itself really with Granit Xhaka and Sambi Lokonga. I was very impressed seeing Granit Xhaka live the other night at West Brom. I know it was against kids, so I'm not really going to go delve into too much about his distribution and his quality on the ball. But what really stood out to me was his leadership skills, the way he was constantly talking to every single player on the pitch, whether that was Aubameyang all the way up front, whether that was Ramsdale all the way at the back. He spoke to everyone during that game. And I was very impressed with that. As our Arsenal, we do call for leaders, and you will hear that a lot, that we lack leadership, that we don't really have a standout captain in our side. For me, I can understand why managers consistently pick Granit Xhaka. Yes, we know he's limited, and in these types of games, he can be exposed, and we can't really play our style of football that we would that potentially want with the four in midfield, because Granit Xhaka's athletic limitations doesn't allow that, especially in transition. But on the ball, he's technically sound. He's not spectacular, but he'll keep possession. He's got a good range of passing. We know that left foot can pick anyone. He can play it forward. He can keep the ball well. He knows to protect the ball as well. Sambi Lokonga, it's going to be a big game for him. If Arsenal are to get a result in this game, Sambi Lokonga is going to have to show the maturity that he has shown in periods and in spurts that we have seen him in an Arsenal shirt. For me, it's going to be difficult, though, for him, as he will be under a lot of pressure. He can't be giving the ball away in these middle thirds or the defensive third, which he has done. You won't hear many Arsenal fans say that, because we do understand that he is young. But at this moment, in these types of games, he really is going to have to be really sound. And I'm expecting an over 90% pass accuracy for Sambi Lokonga if Arsenal were to be successful in whatever way you deem that, whether it's a draw, just a 1-0 defeat, or an Arsenal win. So yes, those two are going to be essential as well, and vital into shielding these back three and also reading and breaking down play, which I do think they can do. Sambi Lokonga has the mobility that Xhaka doesn't, and Xhaka is a good reader of the game. Whether people like to say it or not, he can read the game well, and he does get stuck in the tackles. So hopefully we see that. And then this front three is for the counter-attack, is for what they bring counter-attacking for Arsenal. Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe, ESR, yes. I nearly got his name muddled up there. But yes, they will bring Arsenal's attacking threat on the counter. These two can carry the ball individually and beat a couple of players and create space and draw other defenders out through that dribbling ability. So that's why I think it's important to start these two. I would love to start Ødegaard, but in this game, I don't think he can really fit, especially playing this formation. I hope Arteta does go with this formation and learn his mistake from the Chelsea game, because for me, that was a big, big error. I did see why he tried to play with that four at the back, as he wanted Saka on that left wing position to tuck in out of possession and follow the likes of Reece James, where he didn't. He came inside a lot, got attracted to the ball and attracted to the midfielders. So for me, just to play it safe, we can really match up in these wide areas. As Manchester City, that is where they'll be playing. You don't really see them go through the middle, as they don't have a striker. They would need a striker to go through the middle, really. And we'll have to see whether in the coming days, whether they will sign one. And that reminds me, guys, I do have a video coming up on that for every Premier League team. Thank you so much, Ed. If you are watching, you really helped with the research on that one. So yes, I'll be bringing that one for you on Monday, on Bank Holiday Monday. I hope you will enjoy it. But back to this video now. This is the front three for me. ESR, Saka carrying the ball, Aubameyang's pace and clinical finishing behind. We do need Aubameyang at his sharpest in this game if we're going to have any chance of taking a result. And we're going to have to see those runs in behind. We're going to have to see the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Xhaka, Sambi Lokonga, Tierney, whoever's on the ball, playing him, feeding him early, playing those balls forward. So let's hope that we do see that, and we see a sharp Arsenal who are able to contain throughout most of this game. We're going to be out of possession. That's why I've gone for these types of players. I would have loved to pick Ødegaard, as I previously mentioned. Don't think we're going to have enough of the ball to really get the best out of him. Who else? Pepe. Pepe's one of them ones. I think he would be a very strong influence off of the bench, and we're going to need that. So let me just jump into the comments quickly. Nice to see Steve as well gets that comment. Willian should leave Arsenal. I think he is due to leave Arsenal, actually, Jake. We have had, Willian has had an agreement with Corinthians, agreed personal terms, but it's all about sorting out a fee, or how Arsenal going to sort out those wages. Steve, nice to see you here, man. Thank you for joining. Saka needs to track back Cancelo and Grealish. Very strong. Exactly. Good point there. If he is going to be playing on that right-hand side, Steve, he will be tracking those players, especially. because they do play on the left. I presume that Carl Walker will be playing on the right for Manchester City and Cancelo at left back with no Benjamin Mendy for obvious reasons. I won't go into that one too much. But Saka is going to have a good task on his hands there, making sure that he doesn't lose his man this time. And hopefully we see that, Steve. Hopefully he doesn't lose his man. Mind you, Walker and Jesus, the others, that Manchester City, Steve, for you, they've got so much attacking threat from their fullbacks, from the midfield to the front three. It is a problem, and that is why I've gone for the three at the back. What do you think? We spoke earlier in the Discord that you did think that this was the right decision for me to go. Would you change anyone? Would you bring anyone in, Steve? Let me know whilst I carry on, and I'll move on to the next part. And this is my prediction. So, sorry. This is a short one, guys, because they've got quite a few more content, two more pieces of content coming out today. For this game, my honest... do you know what? I can't... When I say honest prediction, I really can't separate my head and my heart when it comes to Arsenal Football Club. Steve knows this, and most of you know this as well. I am a positive Arsenal fan. I am an optimistic one. I always try and see the best in every situation. And for me, I am going to go for... with my Arsenal hat on, I'm going to go for a draw, a 1-1 draw. Realistically now, let me take this off so you can see me. With my football hat on, my football head, I'm not going to go for a battering. I'll go for a 2-0 Manchester City win. That is what I think will happen in this game. I do think if I'm going to predict on how the game's going to go, I think Arsenal will start off quite strong, resolute. We'll look decent. We'll look to try and play the ball forward fast. I think that Manchester City will grow into the game, though, eventually. They'll start to dominate possession. They'll start to be the team that really dictates the play in how they have the ball. You'll be seeing a lot of Arsenal in the defensive, in the middle and defensive third. And then I do think that eventually Manchester City, before half-time, will break us down and score. There'll be a lapse of concentration from one of the centre-backs of Holding, Mario Chambers, or Tierney, wherever he plays there. But most likely Holding and Mari will play there, unless Ben White's back fit. If Ben White's back fit, for me, Ben White slips where Mari is. Ooh, yeah, Mari. I don't think that he'll do that, though. If Ben White's fit, I think he'll take Holding out. But for me now, you do have to play Holding. He does turn up in big games, and he has played quite well. He made that mistake last season against Manchester City, letting Sterling score. So let me go to the lineup quickly. Steve, your lineup is as strong as it could be. Lady Luck needs to be on our side if we stand any chance. Spot on, mate. Can't disagree. Everything you've said there is true. We do need Luck on our side. Maybe the luck will follow the Arsenal. I wish I was at that game, because I'll tell you a little interesting fact. Every time I've watched Arsenal live in flesh, Arsenal have won. So we've won every game. So unless you want to get me a ticket, Steve, then send me over there and I'll be there for you. And then maybe we'll grab the result. But guys, I'm going to leave this one there. So make sure that you do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed it. My honest prediction is a 2-0 Manchester City win. Come on, the Arsenal. Prove me wrong. I hope that we can do this. I hope that we can go and grab a result and end this first part of the season as we enter the international break with some type of positive. A draw would be a positive result. A win would be even better. And we go on and hopefully sign someone before the window shuts. Thank you very much, guys. I hope I will see you later. I will also be doing a watch along for this game as well tomorrow. So if you are interested, join and we'll catch you then. But see you guys later if you are to join. Take care.